So in this session, we try to discuss some important points regarding machine design procedure. That means there is some basic steps required in order to making any design of a machine component. Machine design is not guided by any rules. That means there is no specific path or specific rule for a machine design. But however, design is not a random procedure also. There are number of factors that can be aid a machine design process. That means suppose you are having a problem. Suppose if you are having a problem, suppose you are having one problem, now try to solution of the problem. You have to try to solve those problem. There are various methods to achieve the desired solutions. Likewise, in order to making a design of a component, right, we need not to follow the exact rules there is no certain rules also. Each and every designer has their own rules and regulations, but there are certain basic things you have to follow in order to achieve the best performance. So in this class we try to discuss what are those points in order to achieve those highest performance of your machine component. If you follow this procedure, then you can easily achieve the desired machine component and expected performance also. Right. The first one is understand and identify the requirements. What does it mean? It means the first step of engineering a high performance machine is recognizing the need. That means here first you have to identify whether what is the actual purpose of your machine component, why you are making of those design of a component, what is the actual need. So that is the basic thing first you have to identify in order to making any machine design component. That means need is the priority. So what makes you think in order to making or in order to designing of those particular machine, what is the actual purpose? That is the thing you have to be identified in a basic point, in a basic step of your engineering, especially in this step. Right. And next thing is directly after identification of your need of those particular problem means simple thing is, suppose if there is a need of your machine component, then first you have to be identified what is the actual need of that particular component. If you identify the actual need of that particular component, then immediately you can make a complete problem statement of that particular machine component. That means you have to prepare a problem statement of that particular machine component. It includes, what is the problem statement includes? It includes the details about what is the aim or what is the purpose for which the machine design project is proposed. On what basis you are proposing your design? On what basis you are making your component? What is the actual need? And what are the things that are required? So all those things are to be carefully. So after having the first step, that is understanding and identify the requirement. That means first you have to identify what is the aim of your component, and what is the general basic procedure, right? So after having of all those things, after having preparation of a problem statement, then immediately you have to go for the next one. What is the next one? That is analyze and evaluate the design mechanism. Right. So in this step, so you have to select a suitable mechanism for your machine component. So machine component, mechanism means here which will give the desired motion of your component. Selected designed machine component. So you have to select a best mechanism for your machine component. How do you select the best mechanism of your machine component? That means first you have to shortlist. What are the possible mechanisms that are suited for your machine component. Right? Simple thing. So there are various mechanisms you are having. So that first you have to prepare a shortlist. What type of a mechanism or what kind of mechanisms you are available, and what is the mechanism that is best suited for your machine component, and analyze various possible mechanisms for your machine. And after shortlisting of your mechanisms, then you have to try or you have to study what are the various possible conditions that are suitable for your machine. And after that, select the best mechanism for your design. So after studying of all those things, that means first you have to shortlist. That means shortlisting means first you have to know what kind of a mechanism that are available for your machine component, for your design of a machine component, for the proposed machine component. Then you try to analyze which one is the best suitable method, which one is the best mechanism that suits your machine component. Then after that you can perform various analysis. Various analysis means nothing but how it will perform if it applies on your machine component. Those things you have to be studied carefully. And that mechanism will give the perfect desired motion what you are required. Right? Understand? So in the first step is nothing but aim or purpose of your machine component. Aim or purpose of your machine component. So why you are making those component, what is the actual need of those component, all those things are to be studied. That means it is a complete problem statement in the first step. In the second step, you try to analyze the best suitable mechanism. For your machine component. So how do you study it means? Simply you can make a short list and try to apply your mechanism, try to analyze what is the best mechanism that are suitable for your machine. Right? That is the second step. Right. Now you have to move what is the next step. So in the next step, we are having analysis of forces. So what is the meaning of analysis of forces? Analysis how every component of a machine with fit in and interact with each other. That means what kind of a forces you are having. And while you are applying these forces, how much amount of the energy is to be transmitted by each machine component. So those things also you have to be studied. So in analysis of forces, simple thing is what are the available forces we are having and what kind of a forces is that are suitable for your machine component, and after applying of your forces on your machine component, how much amount of the energy is transmitted from one component to the other. So because in a machine component you are having different, in a machine you are having different types of machine component. You have to carefully study each and every machine component while you are applying of your forces. While you are applying of forces, you came to understand what are the effects that will experience. What are the effects that will experience on your machine component by applying your force? What is the behavioral change on your machine component? and how much amount of the energy is to be transmitted from one component to the other. So all these things are to be carefully studied in an analysis of forces. Okay. So these three are the very important consideration in order to making of any machine design component. I mean any design of a component. So first one is aim or purpose. Second one is analysis and evaluate the design of mechanisms. And third one is the analysis of forces. Now we have to move for the next important point. Okay. And next important point is design of elements. Simple thing, design of machine elements. What is the design of machine elements? You all know that the machine components of equipments, generally they are subjected to stress and other forces during the operation, right? So these stresses affect the actual strength of your machine, because definitely whenever you are having a force, it will undergo the, it will create some kind of a stress on your machine component. Definitely it will affect the strength of your machine. Next, what happens? Hence, by analyzing these stresses, it is very important in designing a mechanical component, so that we can able to make your component which can be durable and can endure the stress of real working conditions. Simple means, if you go through this point, it is very simple in explanation. Right, what does this means? So whenever you are applying a forces, the body will undergo stresses, definitely, because the stress is not only due to for applying the forces due to internal moments of the parts also. Due to internal moments of the parts also, we are having some kind of a stresses. Now, if you are having those kind of a stresses, if you are experiencing those kind of stresses, definitely it will impact the, it will affect the strength of your machine, right? Suppose if you are not studied carefully in this step, then what happens means we cannot make a component which can perform very long time. So that this step is very important for careful observation and careful study. Then only you can make a component which can be durable and endure for a long period of time. Right? So design of element is a very important point in design procedure. Okay? Right. Next point is material selection. This is very crucial point, a crucial stage at the design of a machine component. So we will discuss elaborately in the how do you select the selection of a material. But before that, so what is the important role in selection of a material? So the selection of a material, why it has plays a very important role means, based on the analysis of stresses that work upon the machine components individually, so you can select the appropriate material. You can select the appropriate material for machine component. That means based on the stresses, first you have to study what kind of forces. In the earlier steps, in the earlier stages, we studied what are the basic, what we call basic forces and basic stresses we are already studied. Based on those stresses and based on the forces on individual component, you try to select a suitable material for your machine component, right? So while you are selecting the while selecting the material, we are having different kinds of rules and regulations we are having. So what are those rules and regulations? We can go through in the next class also. So there is also another important question: how do you select a best material for your machine component? Normally, based on your mechanical and chemical properties, we try to select the suitable material for your machine component. So based on the based on the materials only, your machine component will adhere those properties, and automatically it will give the strength of, your machine component. It plays a very important role in design of a machine element. Next, what is the next step? So in the next step is design for manufacturing. So design for manufacturing means the design changes that do not affect the performance of the product, but it facilitates easy manufacturing the machine, and its components is advisable. That means after having of all these steps, that means after having of all these steps, that means after aim select a suitable mechanism, and after having number of forces, what are the forces and stresses, and after designing of your machine component, then automatically you can go for the manufacturing process. So in a manufacturing process, what we are having means simple thing. In a manufacturing process, we are having various methods of manufacturing process. Which manufacturing process is suitable for your machine component, right? So that is also a very important criteria, because selection of a manufacturing method is also very important consideration. This is also we will discuss in further classes. So how do you select the best manufacturing process? What are the guidelines for selection of a manufacturing process is also to be discussed. But here in this stage, just simply how to understand, while you are making of a machine component or any design of a machine component, simple thing is you try to select a suitable best manufacturing process that are available, because in your production technology we are having various manufacturing processes. So out of various manufacturing process, which one or which manufacturing process is suitable for your machine component, it's entire, that means it depends upon the entire the point of view of a designer only. That means you yourself decide. So we are making a component, we are a designer, we are in a position to decide. We are in a position to decide. So as a design engineer, you are having a complete idea of your machine because you yourself are designing, you yourself are designing your component. So that what are the forces we are having, what are the forces we are having, and which force is suitable for your machine component, and due to application of forces, what kind of stresses they are experiencing, and how much amount of the energy is wasted, how much amount of the energy is utilized, and what is the best manufacturing process, and what are the manufacturing process that are available, and which manufacturing process is suitable for your machine component. All those things are you are having a complete, you are having complete study or complete knowledge regarding of these processes. If you are having only these processes, then only you can able to make any machine component, or you can design any machine component. Otherwise it is very difficult as a design engineer in order to make a design component. So that is the reason why in the earlier class I already tell you that in the definition of a machine design, by applying the scientific principle and engineering technologies, we are making a design. That means as a design engineer, you are having a thorough knowledge. You are having a thorough knowledge regarding of all the subjects. Then only you will have, you can make a component. You will make a component. Otherwise, it is difficult for you. Right. Next step. What is the next step? Detailed mechanical drawing. So after completion of all these steps, then you can directly go for the complete picture of your mechanical component, which represents the each and individual procedure. For these things, you can assist the help of a softwares like your CAD, or any other design softwares you can use, right? So that you can make a complete picture of your object, complete picture of your machine component. So on those machine drawing, each and every detail is to be noted. Each and every detail is to be noted in a detailed mechanical drawing. Mechanical drawing means it represents the entire picture of your drawing. Based on those drawings only, then we have to move for the production, right? Otherwise, how you can perform? How a manufacturer can produce your machine component? So it is very difficult. So that you try to take an assistance of any design process, any design softwares. Based on those design softwares, you can make a complete detail of your product. You can you yourself represents the complete details of your project, complete step, and each and every part is to be represented on a detailed drawing. Then only you have to move for the production, right? And one of the advantages here is, if you want to change any modifications, suppose after completion of these steps, then you came to know suppose in this case you are not applying any shear force, then you can go for a tensile force or compressive force at any particular point of time. Then you yourself modify at this stage itself only. Or suppose if you want to change the material, then also in this stage only it is possible, because it is only at the stage of drawing. We are not moved to the production stage, so that it is easy for you to change whatever as per your requirement. You yourself you can modify it. At this stage only, right? So that if there is any changes in your design process, because it is a design process, it is some sort of steps, we are following some sort of steps, some sequence of order, right? So imagine you are in a position of making a component and you are making this design procedure. If you want to change any part or any mechanism or any force or any material, right, the changes will be allowed in this stage itself only. So after moving to the production, that means after completion of drawing, simply you can go for the production. So at the production level, you are not supposed to modify anything. Simply your product will, after performing the various operation, your product will come out. So that in this stage only, this is a very, very crucial step also, right? Because day by day we are changing of our thoughts. A new idea will occur, right? So that according to that idea, according to that implementation, that means whether your idea will be converted into a final product or not. Based on those things only, you can make a changes. Right? So before you are leaving to the production, we are going to the production. First, as a design engineer, you should understand that whether your processes, your ideas, what you are following from top to bottom, is they are converted to a final product in the production stage, right? That you have to be studied at the earlier itself, right? After moving to the production stage, if it is not possible, means all the procedure what we are studied or what we are followed is in vain or wasted simply, right? So that at the starting stage itself, at the problem statement or analyzing stage itself, or any other stage up to your what we call detailed drawing, right? You yourself think whether all these steps are converted into a final product. That means whether the machine is available, whether the mechanical processes are available in the market itself or not. All those things are to be studied before it is entering into the production stage, right? So this is how you yourself followed while you are following the design of a machine component, right? So this is the basic steps that are required for making of any machine component. So I am clearly mentioning that you yourself, this is the one of the procedure we are following, right? But this is not a general rule, right? This is not a general rule, this is not a general points. So you can make a common points. You can make it as a common points for following the design of a machine component. But if you follow this procedure, if you follow these guidelines, it is very, very easy for you not making a machine component. Why? Because means we are following each and every step by step. Aim, first one is aim or recognition or need. Second one is simply you can select a suitable mechanism. So third one is applying of forces. So fourth one is stresses, designing of a component, and finally you are making your detailed drawing, and last step is production. See, so you are following the step by step procedure. If you allow this procedure, then it is easy for you. For making a machine component. Right, so this is very, very important question. Right. So in the next class we try to go for the what are the selection of it. I mean, how you supposed to select a material, best material for your machine component. On what basis you are selecting for a machine, for a material for your machine component. Those things are to be discussed.